Only Dads Network. Only Dads Network. Pull up a chair and give us a listen. Dads helping dads. Only Dads Network.
And we're back. We're back for another episode of ODN Code 33. And today's gonna be a fun one. How's Dev? How's Dev today?
I think you're excited. I know I'm excited. So.
I know, right? I've been listening to this guy for a while. I've met him a few times. I've seen him live. Really excited to get him on, just hear what he has to say about his career and life, right? So
no, very interesting. Yeah.
I know we like to do a little get in, but I think we just bring him in. I'm excited.
Yeah, we got a lot of questions for him. He's an excellent comedian, Canadian comedian, and TV actor as well. So we got a bunch of questions. So we'll bring him right in so we have a little extra time with him. So let's do it.
Yeah. All right. So we got actor, comedian, friend of ODN Network. He's got a comedian style, which is a storytelling. He's open for Jerry D, Brian Callen, and you name it. I've seen him live at Yuck Yucks, and actually at a softmock event is where we met. And here we go. Welcome, Patrick, to the show.
What's up? What's up?
This is it.
How you guys doing?
Pretty good. As you can see, we're pretty excited, both of us. Usually we do a little bit longer intro, but we just wanted to bring you in instead of sitting there backstage, right? So
no worries. Let's get into it.
We're going to get the lights on. There's no
too. Yeah. So we don't have much of a green room for you, so we want to bring you in.
Yeah. Once you see the red light, that's when we know it's going to be kicking it, right? So we just so you know, we try to keep the podcast to 33 minutes because that number means a lot to us. So again, welcome. Thank you for taking your time out during the day to join us. So how about you tell us a little bit about yourself?
You guys hit it right off the top. Canadian comic. I live in the suburbs of TO, which is good times. That's always been for me. I'm in Mississauga. Grew up in Brampton, B-Town.
Nice. There you go.
It has changed so much from when I was a kid. It is the wild, wild west out there now, man. I don't know what's going on in Brampton. It's crazy. But yeah, man, comedy's been great. I do comedy. I do acting. I do voice work. Trying to get the social media working. And yeah, that's me. That's me.
So I've listened to some of your social media, and I must say you have a killer female's voice. So or is that an actual female in the room? Please tell us.
That's me, man. That's me.
You?
I'm trying. I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
Hey, they're funny. They're funny little clips. If you don't, we'll put them in the Instagram later. Definitely tag them in. Go see them. They're hilarious, right? And even I've got a couple of your albums that are on Apple Music.
Yes. Yep. Two albums, 2 comedy albums now. They're upon Apple Music and Spotify. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. I'm trying, man. I'm trying with the socials. I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
Yeah, well, that's what we're here for. And I remember when we met down at the Cricket Q. Is that it? Yeah. Which we found it has actually an amazing food menu.
Yeah,
there you go. Shout out.
All made in house too, so we'll tag them in there. That could be our little meeting spot. That'd be our AGM meeting twice a year there, right? So, but yeah, no. So what led you into comedy overall? How did you start getting in comedy and acting? Coming from Brampton to Mississauga.
I was always a joker with friends back in high school, so. I guess comedy was inevitable. That was going to happen one day. Back in high school, I didn't see it. I never thought I could do that in front of people I don't know. I just thought making my friends laugh was good times. But as the years went on and I tried different things, the idea of actually doing stand-up finally popped into my head. And I was like, you know what?
Yeah,
maybe this is something I need to actually pursue. And then after that, another friend of mine was like, man, you need to start doing acting stuff. You need to start doing acting stuff. And he introduced me to an acting coach. And then I started taking classes. And then both of those things just kind of popped off. And I'm still at it. So.
Yeah, and we've noticed you're doing lots with Yuck Yucks there. across Canada. You're recently out in New Brunswick there back in January for the local event there in Moncton.
Moncton Comedy Fest. Yeah, their comedy
Yeah,
fest.
Moncton. Yeah, you're up there for like 3-4 days, and yeah, that seemed like a pretty good time.
Yeah.
And I guess where was the first club that you started at? Like where did Patrick grow from?
Wow, back then that would have been 06 or 07. Yucks had an amateur night. There was a place called the Laugh Resort.
Okay.
Those are the two spots that, well, the Laugh Resort mostly, that was a spot that I really worked out of a lot because that's where I just, for whatever reason, that's where I ended up. And I go there mostly to watch these comedians work out. I watch them on amateur night. I watch them on a professional night to see like the difference. And another place called Betty's, like those were the clubs. Plus, when I first started, I was still like bartending.
Okay.
Right. So
to make ends meet kind of thing, right?
Had to make ends meet, right? Had to make ends meet, right? Life was lifey. So so it was difficult to actually get out in the beginning because bartending you make your money at night and comedy is at night. So I didn't.
You had to the juggle, right? And
so
pick one over the other. So we're glad you retired your bartending skills and continued to pursue this career because again, love hearing you. Plenty of laughs. You mentioned you looked up to a couple people. Who would be a couple people that would have influenced your style or that you would really give love to right now?
Oh man, all time Murphy.
Yeah.
When I saw Delirious when I was in high school, that was life changing, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was a joker back then, but when I saw Murphy, that was like every little part of the joke. I had to add a little Murphy-esque to it now. So he was life changing, and then came the rest. You got Chappelle, Bill Burr, Chris Rock, the whole Wayans family.
Oh, the Wayans, Marlon and them. Oh man, those guys were great.
Back then, there were a few different guys on Def Comedy Jam. Bernie Mac had a killer set. Chris Tubbs had a killer set. Like it was, some just different guys. But right now I'd say Chappelle and Burr kind of leading the way as far as guys that I really like. Man, these guys are just hitting it at a different level. Joe Coy.
It's that's interesting too because like during the mid 2000s, like you said, 2006. I know I was just listening to a Chappelle thing there the other day. That's sort of when he went MIA and just disappeared too, right? But no, he definitely made a mark on a lot of people because of the Chappelle show, right? Like those are memorable moments and how he sort of picked apart some of his life to influence everything moving from Ohio to Washington. But so I know Devin's got a couple questions here for you as well. He's pretty excited because he's actually a big fan of a couple shows.
Oh, absolutely. First thing I was going to ask you mentioned Eddie Murphy. How old were you when you started like being like funny with like your friends and family? Because Eddie has a couple skits where he's showing his own inspiration and how like his family influenced that. So like, how young were you? And then like, did your family support the comedy, or did they tell you to kind of like roll it in a bit, or like? How supportive was your friends and family too with your comedy?
I think grade 2 was when the first time I remember being referred to as the class clown.
There you go.
So those jokes started like in the back of the class and making a few people around me laugh. Grade 2 and then onward, and then but as far as like encouragement with friends, it never really hit to do stand-up as a professional. It was just with friends. It's like I would show up at the party and the mood would change because it's like, all right, we gonna get some jokes now, man. Pat's in the house. And it was gonna happen. It always did. But to actually make it a like when it actually turned into a career, it was more surprising for me than for them. although nobody really told me to do it. Like when the information started to get out, like, Pat's doing comedy now. People were like, yo, it's about time. It's like,
no one's surprised because you're so good at it. Exactly.
Right. It didn't hit me. Like I was the last one to catch up and be like, oh, maybe. Okay. Yeah.
So do you attribute some of that to just like self-doubt? Like, maybe just not believing in yourself, or your friends could obviously see it in you, right?
Yeah, I never saw it. I never thought to do it in front of people I don't know. I always knew that there was a big difference between cracking up my friends and cracking up people like in a comedy club.
Yeah.
And I never saw that in a comedy club. And then once it clicked and I was like, okay, yeah, I can do this. Mm-hmm. And then you started going to the amateur nights and then you start getting laughs and working it out. And it's like, okay. But yeah, man, I didn't see it in the beginning. It took me a minute. I was slow.
That's good. Like we started the Only Dads website to encourage people. Like it's really about suicide prevention and happiness and health and wellness, right? So we just wanted to kind of ask some questions around like, how you get started, how maybe a family or friends can encourage, a new comedian getting started. Yeah. So when you were doing that stand-up at the clubs to begin with, like what was something that was really challenging? Obviously it comes naturally to you with your personality and your comedic approach, but like for yourself, especially with a little bit of self-doubt, what do you remember about being challenging, getting up in front of strangers those first few times?
Confidence in it. Big time confidence in it. You're learning, because in the beginning, although you're coming up with jokes and you might be a natural joker, you don't know if this is going to work. Mm-hmm. You have an image of mind of what you want to see yourself doing on stage, but what you're actually doing to what you compare to what you see, it takes a minute for it to like align and get there and be like, okay, I got to learn this. I got to learn what material works for me, what direction I want to go in. Am I a political comedian? Am I just going to be, telling stories about being drunk and crap all the time? Like, what am I doing? Relationship stuff?
Yeah, what's my identity?
I was more observational in storytelling, so it took me a minute to figure that out, like the stuff I see and what my third eye, my perception of these things, and how can I bring you into the way I see it and how I see the humor in this. And it just took a minute to figure that out, man. That's what it is. It took me a minute to figure it out on stage. It did.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good.
It didn't automatically come naturally on stage. It just didn't.
Yeah.
It just didn't.
Well, that's why we ask you. We want to show people that like not everything just happens like that, right? But the fact you could visualize it and then you're self-aware as well about like what is my style, what is my approach. And those observational stuff people really relate to because they can observe it as well or relate to how you're articulating it, right? So
it's like taking that leap, like you said. You're bartending at night. You're doing this. Like, when am I in? When am I out? And that's a big decision making, just not for yourself, but for people in life. Of, am I ready to jump ship, or who's going to give me that boost? And even like you said, all your friends are like, it's about time. Like they're just waiting for you to come up and be like, hey, here I am. Like
they're just waiting. Like
it's like
everything with all of it, the acting, the comedy. It's like, oh, you figured your life out, did you? Okay.
It's good. It's good.
You're today old. What's the line?
Right? I was today old when I figured all that stuff out. It's like, really? Really?
Yeah.
From 15 years old, you've been telling jokes now, Pat. Now we're in our 30s, and you thought, you know what? I think I'm gonna do this. It's like, really? Yeah. Okay.
No time like the present, right?
And we're still waiting for a good dad joke too, right? Because I remember when we first talked, you're like, I don't have any dad jokes. I'm like, you're a comedian without a dad joke? You're like, yeah, that's funny.
That's a joke right there, I'm sure. Yeah.
I mean, the built-in one is that me being this age and Jamaican and not being a dad, well, that's a joke of its own. I mean,
there you go.
I should have all kinds of children out there by now. Like, that's just according to stats, but it didn't happen that way. It didn't happen. Nobody's called me yet, so
you're in the clear right now. Right. So
how about? Why don't you tell us a little bit about acting, some of the challenges with that, maybe some of the roles you've had? Like I said, I'm a big fan of some of the series that you've been in, right? Like I'm a huge Titans fan. I love comic books, grew up reading comic books. My kids love the Teen Titans show. I watched the adult Titans series that you're in. And then I'm also a huge Star Trek fan. So I was pretty impressed with your bio when I got into it, and I was like, oh, that's why that face is familiar. I definitely remember you from Discovery. So can you tell us a little bit about your acting, how you got into it, the challenges with it, and maybe how you could inspire someone else to maybe get into that as well?
Acting was really cool. Like my entire acting career kind of felt like it was kind of felt like things just kept falling into place. Like it just kept falling into place. I remember like being on the street, somebody said you should act, and then ending up on in some background, doing some background for some work. And a friend of mine who introduced me to an acting coach who this is a guy I went to high school with. He was like, yo man, you need to start doing acting. Introduced me to an acting coach, started taking classes. That same acting coach, he actually started an agency, said I'd be happy to represent you, because for a lot of actors, it's actually difficult to get representation. He's like, I'd be happy to represent you. All right, cool, great. So now I already have an agent. I'm already getting classes. Everything's working. Awesome. I'm getting work. Yep. He was switching down his agency, recommended me to somebody else. They took me on. Like one flow after another. Things are happening. Things they recommend me to somebody else, and they took me on. Who I'm with now, I've been with for probably like 12 years or something like that, maybe 13 years, and they've been awesome for me. I'm with Oldfield from downtown, but yeah, man, it just for acting always felt like it was just a constant positive flow of the way it worked. The only thing that has changed with acting in the last like 4 or 5 years is ever since COVID, a lot of the auditions are self-tapes.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right. Now we're setting up camera at home and recording at home. Whereas before that, I would be driving downtown for an audition, and I'd be in the room with the director, with the producer. And I like that a lot more because I like the feedback. I like being able to ask people questions. Like, I saw the role this way. Yes. And can we, it's like, okay, well, let's do a few, and then we can, give you pointers or whatever direction we're heading in. But now it's like everything is self-tape, and you're just kind of guessing kind of on your own.
And I'm sure you can almost read the audience or read the room, right? Like, if you're there, you're like, all right, I can tweak it a little bit and come up like where you're just doing it to the camera. It's like, hey, here we go. Oh, let's hope it works.
And I never, because of comedy, I never thought the audition room was any bit intimidating.
Right on.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, you're the director, you're the producer. That's cool. But last night I was in front of like 50 drunk people like this.
Yeah. And I had to make them laugh. Yeah.
You know what I mean? This isn't shaking me. So it's different now. It's different now. But it's still fun. I'm still enjoying it. It's just I mean, we earlier when we were speaking about the social media, that is a huge part of so much of our careers now. Like, as an actor, as a comedian, like if you have a huge following, it's like your resume.
Yeah.
Well, that's
see that.
I remember us talking about that when we met, about how social media is playing because it'll help get you roles.
Yeah.
Because if you get the stronger following and fan base, likelihood you may not be the better person, but you know what?
Yeah.
We want to sell product too, right? So
the way they look at it is all of your people are gonna watch this show or this movie that we're casting you for. So
so we gotta get a lot of bots and just put them out there on a lot of pages, right? So make you have 5,000 followers and 4,000 or one computer at home.
Right? And I see that. I see that, man. I see different people with that kind of engagement because my following is very small, and I'm seeing people with 200,000 followers, but their engagement is the same as mine. It's like, well, that don't add up.
Yeah.
Well, that's it, right?
Are they real people, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So, but we just got to keep trying, man. We got to
keep that's trying. It, right? We got to keep thinking outside the box and coming up with something. And like I said, with us, like we just have the Instagram page going, and we just realized we did a little boost, but
Yeah.
most of them are little bots, right? And we're like,
We
we
had to
don't
filter
need
it out.
you. Yeah, we have to filter a bunch of them off, right? So
Yeah.
it's great to have
Yeah,
the
we-
number to make it look good to people, but
Yeah.
we want to make sure we get to the reach to the proper people, right?
Yeah.
So, and
Yeah,
that's
we just
like,
started running ads, and all of a sudden, some of the people are fake that are joining, right? So we have to like clean it out.
Yeah.
For real.
yeah. So, or asking for dates, and we're like, okay, it's only Dad's Network, not only fans, right? So,
Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
difference.
yeah.
Big difference.
wrong site, go there.
Um,
But yeah, no, power of definitely online social media presence is coming up big, and then again, also on your social media, you give like a lot of life advice too, right? Inspirational quotes, just not the comedic stuff, right? Because you're taking a different approach, right?
Yeah, because I mean, with comedy, you go through your bumps and bruises.
Yeah.
Right. You have your great nights.
Yeah.
Nobody is above the night where it's like, crap, nothing is working tonight. Like I'm just I'm on
Just hitting
for 30
crickets.
minutes, and for 20 of those 30 minutes, I'm just gonna eat it. Like it's just not working. Okay, here we go.
mhm.
You buckle up, and it's like, all right, you just feel like you're in it. But every night is different, so it's a grind, and you gotta keep finding different ways to motivate yourself, inspire yourself, really push yourself to just get through those days where it ain't fun.
Yeah.
And I'm not above those days where I don't feel like doing anything. You know what I mean? Some days it's like to do anything, it's like I just don't feel like doing anything today, let alone getting on stage and making a room full of people laugh when I don't feel like I have that kind of energy in me to bring these people along with that kind of journey.
Yeah.
You gotta fight through that and be like, all right, I got it. These people are paying me money.
Yep.
I'm gonna bring it.
gotta
I'm
be
here.
consistent.
I gotta bring it. And comedy, the lucky thing about comedy is once you get like 3-4 jokes in and you see people really laughing with you, it's therapeutic. It's therapeutic. Like, okay,
It is.
it's like, all
It
right,
is.
but I wasn't feeling that great earlier. I'm feeling pretty sweet now. Okay, we're in it. Good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we wanted to ask you about that because Only Dad's Network is the idea is that it is therapeutic. We're trying to build a community of people to support one another, whether it's they're just depressed or obviously we have a big piece on suicide prevention. All the resources are there, but we actually have a dad joke section and we feature you in it, right? So I'm just wondering, like, what are your thoughts on the therapeutic aspects of comedy? Like, how can that help people through maybe a dark time? What are your thoughts on that as a professional comedian?
Man, comedy. Like I've read stories about people going through incredibly difficult times, and I don't know how or why it popped into their head that they just need to start watching comedy. And they'll put on like maybe a different TV show while they're dealing with whatever, and they'll just keep watching that show or watching different comedy clips, or they just feel that whatever it is they're going through, they need to be in touch with somehow just laughter. They have to keep laughing through this process. Something's got to keep them laughing.
Yeah.
And because it's when you're going through something difficult and it's just for whatever reason, there's always something that can get you to a point of laughter. And I've witnessed it myself. Like I remember years ago I was the headliner in Newfoundland at the Yuck Yucks in Newfoundland.
Right on.
Finished the show. It was a great show, really popped off. And this older couple came up to me after the show. And it was the man and his wife. Both of them had almost tears in their eyes. What they said to me was like, this is the first time that they've been out since their daughter passed away.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Like their daughter passed away, was very sick. I think it was cancer, if I remember correctly, but the daughter passed away. They haven't been out. This is the first time they've been out, and they actually really laughed tonight. And they're explaining that to me, and they were so grateful and warm and thankful, and it almost brought tears to my eyes. And I'm hugging them both, and I'm like, that was the first time that it really hit me. Like, this is really a gift.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I get to do it's a life that I've managed to make for myself. It's awesome, but it's truly a gift as well. So it's a special thing, man. And if I can somehow provide or inspire to that extra element to get out there and laugh somehow, that's special. That's special. So I look at my social media page as jokes and inspiration.
Yeah,
love it.
Yeah.
No, and I think like even like you said, you're a storyteller, but it's a very relatable stories that you're telling, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, and then you bring in that extra level, like if it's in the bank, or even like now you're going like back to grade 2, right? So maybe that grade 2 joke, being the only black guy in the class, got brought enough, like all that stuff, right? Like it's just you can just see. Like sometimes when I'm listening to you, I just listen, and my mom's listening, my aunt's listening, my dad's listening, and they're just like all laughing because they're like, I can see that happening right now, right? Like, how you speak to the people.
There's stuff that you can picture it, you can see it. Like I can see that. Yeah. I feel that. I've been through that. I've been through
right there. Yeah. So that's that's something very special, like you said, to connect, and it's just pure, genuine laughter. It's not forced laughs. Because like even when my sister and my buddy Dave and I went to Yuck Yucks, and you were just the MC, I was like, man, this guy's hilarious, right? And you had them in stitches, like everyone there that evening was hilarious, and then we got to rock the hamburger helper hands at the end.
Yeah.
But like they're just like, holy shiza, like that was hilarious because you just led into every story, and it was like you could just picture real life scenarios, right? And I think you do that very well. Again, if you haven't checked out, you're on iTunes or Apple Music there, and other means, and definitely like it's pure comedy. And like Devin said, you've got the great acting career going too. So definitely juggling a lot there. But we're glad that you picked the acting / comedic career overall. I know I am. And
the entertainment route, yeah, man. It seemed to work. It just seemed to work, and it's still working. So I feel very grateful about that.
Yeah. Can you tell us a bit about the grind? Like you mentioned the grind of either being a comedian or an actor. Like what are some of the challenges that, someone's trying to get into the business, or maybe they're in it a little bit, because a lot of times people quit and they give up, right? Whether it's a business or a career, because it gets a little bit difficult. So how did you power through some of the grind, and what is the grind in your mind? So the travel, like what is it? Yeah.
With comedy, it's your personal determination, because to get good, you have to get on stage as often as you can. So you're constantly looking at your schedule and like, okay, I might be able to get 5 or 6 sets this week. Maybe I can get a few more. And like every night you're thinking, where can I go work out material? Where can I go and work out material? You want to stay in touch with the industry. You want to stay in touch with, what's going on. What, like, you're always in it. You're always in it. And so that's your own personal challenge, to really motivate yourself to constantly be getting out. And with acting, it's just you're hoping you're leaving an impression enough on some of the casting directors out there that you keep getting auditions, right? Like if all of your auditions are horrible, after a while, these casting directors are going to remember, it's like, this guy never gives a good audition. And then they start to remember, like, don't bother sending this audition to his agent, because everything coming back is always crap. But you want to keep impressing them and impressing them and impressing them. Eventually you will start to get roles if you're always impressing them. Even if what you do, your audition is not great for that particular role that you're auditioning for, if you leave a strong enough impression, they'll remember you for something else.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And they know that every time he auditions, it's always good work. I think he would be good for something else. Sometimes you don't need to audition if they remember you for something else, which has happened to me.
That's great.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome.
You got in mind for something else. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'll just get an email from my agents like, you got a direct offer, which means I don't have to audition. I've already been hired for this job.
They like you.
It's like, for real. It's like, this is when it shoots. We're just basically catching you up to date to make sure your schedule is clear. This is when they're shooting, and this is what's happening. And it's like, awesome.
That's
like,
great.
Didn't even have to audition.
Like grind, right?
Great.
Yeah.
But
right. You might have left audition feeling like you didn't get it, right? Now all of a sudden you got something else. Yeah.
And then again, not to feel down or out, but always have belief, right? Like, and you said, you leave an impression on someone, they're going to remember you, either the good or the bad, right? So and like you said earlier, because if you're not good at it, they're going to remember it. We're not going to give it to them, but if you do deliver, and that part's not for you, then it's like, hey, we got something.
You got something, man. So you just you always got to give, 110%. Always giving the best you can. And you really got to find ways, because these careers are very personal. So you have to find ways to very much motivate and inspire yourself to get out and keep pushing yourself and every time give 110%. So.
Yeah. And I was going to ask earlier, but we got caught up talking about other things. Back in the back room before you go on stage, is there like a little pump up music? Like what's going through your head? Like how do you get ready? What's like, because I'm like more sports background, right? So you get the headphones on, like you're like, okay, I'm ready. You do your little, like I do my little tradition before going on the field. So what's happening back there?
A lot of movement, a lot of pacing back and forth, because you start to get your energy up. It's like, all right, I'm about to go on stage. The energy's got to be up. The energy's got to be there. Yeah. Sometimes you might see me do a bit of shadow boxing and stuff like that. Just you whatever is going on in your head, you're trying to pump yourself up, because you want to be, you want your energy to be at that level where you can take this room full of people on this journey with you. Yeah. Right. You don't want to start with your energy down here. You want to make sure that it's up here. Like, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready for this. Let's do this. Let's do this. And it's not a nervousness. It's more of an anxiousness. I want to get up on stage and have fun. Like, I'm looking forward to this. I've been looking forward to this all day. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, that's it. Right.
Right. Like, so it's usually that kind of pump up. You'll see a lot of comedians at the back of a room pacing. You'll usually see a lot of pacing. Back and forth.
So you get your steps in. You get your steps in, right?
Energy, getting your steps in.
It's like it's not only going on to actually like crush something. I'm actually getting my workout in at the same time, right?
Yep. So you'll see a lot of comedians talking to themselves, saying different punchlines. A lot of times we look crazy, man, because we're actually saying.
Ready.
So you want to be that fly,
right? If you're watching. You'll see us like with the facial expression saying these things like, yeah, man, and do this. And just like, that guy looks crazy. And because we're about to get on stage, you want to hit these lines, you want to hit these points.
You're going to get that mindset. Yeah.
Makes
a lot of sense.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was thinking, because I was thinking about that too, because I see the Jordan poster in the background there. Is that Jordan? Yeah. Right. So I was like, there's got to be, there he is. There he is. Yeah. So I was like, there must be some sort of pump up, because I know when we met too, you said you got your go-to decompress afterwards too, right? Just to reflect, chill, and relax, right? So it's important to have those routines overall, because in a previous one we always talked about balance, and this is a different type of balance, right? Yeah. So getting in there, pumping yourself up, looking like you're a little in the backstage there. Yeah, it'd be pretty funny to see you guys like drop like, this is supposed to be my laugh at that time, right? That'd be pretty. Yeah, we do that so many times. We look crazy, and we laugh about it when we catch ourselves doing it. Yeah, like I've had several comedians catch me in the middle of like the facial expression, and they're like, "Been there, homie. I know what you're going through." You just laugh, because it's like, I'm there. I'm doing it right now. Yeah, okay. It's just, but that's what we do, man. That's what we do. Enough. The pump. For sure. And I know we're starting to run out of time here. But who's been one of the favorite people you've opened for?
That I've
Yeah.
opened for. Eddie Griffin was
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
He was real cool. Yeah, because even hanging out with him after the show, he had these different stories that he was telling us. He was really cool. Harlan Williams was really cool. I didn't get to really hang with him after that show, though. And then Jerry D, I worked with a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah,
That was
He's got Nova Scotia roots too with his wife, right? And going to St. Quebec. So, yeah. So,
but yeah, it's yeah, man. Who else was I on the show with? Godfrey.
Okay.
In Montreal.
Yeah.
So I had the chance to meet him very briefly though, and just different people, man. But yeah,
cool.
man. Yeah, it's been a trip. It's been a trip. I've met Chris Rock. I've met Kevin Hart.
Oh,
right on.
That's sick.
Yep.
Yeah, man. It's been cool. It's been really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So last thing, where do we find you next? Like,
what's going on with you now? What's next?
Tonight I'm in Victoria Harbor.
All
right. And looking back at my schedule. Next week, I'm at the Convention Center, Mississauga. I'm at a small club in Hamilton on Friday, and then I'm in Cannington on Saturday. Like, I'm all over the place, man. I'm all over the place.
Well, you have to send us the schedule. We can promote some nights there for you. So I don't know how many followers we have out there in Cannington, but you never know.
You never know.
Right? You never know, right? We got to start somewhere. So yeah. But
thank you.
Again,
thank you. This is
again,
great.
thank you. This is awesome. Again, huge fan. And just keep killing it, man. Like I look forward to seeing you next time I'm up in Ontario, or if you're out east here, doing something live and just catching up, right? So yeah.
I got on the 25th of April, I'm gonna be in Bowmanville.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the east side. So
there you go.
I know Bowmanville.
Yeah, man. I believe that's already on my website. So I can't remember the name of the place, but I think that's already on my website. But yeah,
I do know people in Bowmanville, so I'll make sure I give it a little shout out.
Nice, nice.
Yeah. So no, but perfect. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day there. Again, this is awesome. Like,
thank you for having me.
Yeah, no worries, man.
Absolutely.
Deb, you got anything?
Yeah, just thank you. Very inspiring. I love the answers to some of the questions about how you got started and the grind, and just showing us a little bit behind the curtain about what it's like to be a comedian and an actor, right? So I think you're just a total inspiration to Canadians out there, and keep doing what you're doing. And I'm sure bigger and better things are coming your way in the near future.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And thank you for what you guys are doing, man. The community needs this, man. Suicide.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
All right.
All right. Thank you. Have a good one.
All right.
All right. Cheers.
Okay.
All right.